Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Bodacious Rant. As always, it's the ever so loving and awesome Ryan and Burn and Ryan, sorry. And we're talking. We're coming at you guys with some more She-Hulk spoilers for episode 6. We're getting to the final few of this month. Unfortunately, it's gonna be bittersweet because I feel like I'm in the minority, really enjoying this show, to be honest. Because I just see so much flack online for it, and I'm like, God damn.
I think that's just a vocal minority.
You think so?
That's against the show. I mean, the show generally has some really good ratings, outside of the audience scores that get review bombed for obvious reasons. But no, I mean, I think the general consensus is that at least this is a fun show. But of course, those certain group of fans are going to bitch and moan about everything anyway. So, I don't really take their criticisms for really anything. Not to say that everybody who doesn't like the show is the ones that are doing that. It's like, yeah, certainly there are people I'm sure this doesn't work for, but they're not the ones that are online brigading, message boards and Facebook posts and Reddit posts and all that. They're not the ones that are doing that. So, they're just loud and annoying.
Yeah, this episode, if anything, has a part that kind of comments on that as well. Kind of like the episode with... with
all the
hashtags
Twitter
and stuff.
reactions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it kind of had a lot like that. But before we start diving more into spoilers, guys, don't forget, as always, please ring the bell, give us a like, and don't be afraid to press that subscribe button. We'd really appreciate it and want to keep growing the Ranty community. So, more power to you. Thank you. I like this one that Jen states out completely. This is a self-contained wedding episode. There's nothing. She's basically saying there's nothing to me, anything crazy. So, don't. I think after the tease of Daredevil, I was kind of expecting Daredevil this one. I was like, damn it again! They keep teasing us with it, and it doesn't happen.
Same. I was.
No, go ahead, Bernie.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Oh, well, I mean, just the same, like after the tease of the end of last week's episode, I was like, oh, yes, Daredevil's coming in this one. And then once we get the beginning of this episode, it's like, oh, it's just going to be a wedding episode. And then she turns around and addresses the audience like, this is an inconvenient wedding episode, classic, because that's how weddings are. It's like, oh, okay, I'm upset, but I'm down for the ride because you are self-aware enough to be like, okay, you're screwing with us a little bit, and I have to tip my hat off to them for doing that.
Yeah, the showrunners and writers really knew that fans are gonna just want some. There are gonna be a good portion of fans that want to just see Daredevil and the other characters besides her. So it's like I'm fine with the teasing because it's still solid either way. So I'm just excited for when they do meet again, just because they're like street level Avengers essentially and stuff. So. And I mean, I'm hoping that with this build up, that he's gonna really help, kind of reassure her, it's okay to be yourself and be a hero. You don't have to choose either or, or I don't know, maybe he'll just be a good guiding light for her, hopefully. But back to the regular stuff, man. Jen just has some shitty old high school friends. That Lulu, man, she was a piece of work. As soon as you see her face, just that stone cold, passive aggressive smile, oh, it's you. You're the one who invited her and made her a bridesmaid. What was the point of this?
I wasn't too mad at that because, of course, as a bride, you don't want to be upstaged on your big day, and when Jen comes in as She-Hulk, of course, she's going to be the talk of the town, so it's it's okay, Jen, maybe you should have gone that. I get you really want to look good. Again, she addresses the camera and says, the one time that I didn't want to come to something as just regular Jen is the time that I can't. So it's man, I want her to, to feel confident in herself and stuff. But at the same time, it's I don't know if, a wedding is the best place to do it where you're going to potentially upstage the bride on her big day. It's that's kind of a no-no.
Well, the only reason why I was saying the friend that Lulu is just such a monster is just, I mean, besides that she was a monster we saw in this episode.
Yeah, she was a bridezilla.
She was a bridezilla. It was just when she was telling Nikki as she's packing, we're not really that good of friends anymore. We kind of gradually grew apart since high school, and it's been 10 plus years since then. But it's then why did you say yes to a bridesmaid? Just I don't know, so I mean, in that defense, I'm I mean, I think also Jen just didn't want to be that person to I don't really feel comfortable doing that, because it's an obligation both ways. You invite this person from your past to be part of your big day, but then that other person's I don't know if I want to have that much responsibility or be like that. But it's fine. It ended up, working out for the most part, except when Jamila Jamil's Titania came on, which I was like, oh my gosh, she is everywhere now. But I really like that we got to see more of her, because the last episode with the courtroom stuff was great. But I wanted to see them more in action. I really liked their fight scene in the end, that she really was there just to fuck with her and try and beat her ass and stuff. It was so dumb, but it was so funny to see.
Yeah, she just couldn't let it go that she lost to her, and the first episode where she beat her down, and then again with the court case last week, and then she just wanted to come back for round 3 in this one. She just couldn't help herself.
Yeah, and this wedding was just such a, again, because she's a bridezilla, so many things were wrong. First off, Ched was the DJ, DJ Chedzilla or whatever he called himself. Just
Ched Hulk or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I know
Ched
there was a
Hulk.
Hulk.
Oh god, it was so bad. What a dick.
He's totally still trying to make some money off of the Hulk name. I mean, I got to tip my hat off to him. Get your bag, but it's like. He's such an idiot, but I really liked him as a wedding DJ. It's almost seemed perfect.
He's the biggest tool I've seen in such a long time in entertainment, but it's like, I like seeing him in there just because he adds that extra comedy to this whole thing. Just DJ Ched Hulk, like, oh my god, just douchebag. But he's a lovable. He's it's like he's the friend that's the asshole, but he's our asshole. That's her dipshit cousin, really.
Yeah, he's the family idiot. It seems like, and we love him, but it's like, dude, just stop.
But he just got promoted to assistant manager at Best Buy. He's a big deal now. Not really. It's just so bad. But what else happened? That was dumb. And then I thought for a second when they said, "Oh, you're gonna be partnered with Jonathan. He's awesome." It's like, is he? I thought, I was like, "Oh God, is he like a little kid or something?" Fucking.
I thought it was a kid.
I mean, kind of worse, just situation wise, because I do love the character itself because it's just an adorable thing. But it's a stupid, derpy looking Chihuahua. But such an adorable Chihuahua.
With a little suit.
I couldn't be mad at that, but at the same time, if you're the bridesmaid, it's like, you guys stuck me with this derpy looking dog. Like, God, his tongue is all out. Just, again, it was just adorable, but it's like, oh, you bitches.
The line that they said cracked me up was like, they had to resuscitate him in the morning.
I was like, oh
this
my
thing
God.
is like on the edge of death or something. Like, oh my God, poor little guy.
Again, it was so adorable. I was like, damn it, Jen, you can't be mad at that. But her face just... like she was gonna go Bruce Almighty on everybody. But I like that. I like that she ended up having fun. She's like, screw it, I'm gonna be here. Like, if I can't be She-Hulk, she's basically gonna drink her ass off. And her little dancing number was fun. Like, I'm glad she got to live it up. And that one dude, what was that dude that was talking to her again? The Asian guy.
Josh.
I really hope that's a good, like, legit love interest for her. Just to, I mean, not that she needs a dude. Like, she could be a perfectly. She's been doing fine by herself, and even she tried to say, like, I'm great. I'm a lawyer for a top firm. I'm a superhero, but it's like it's coming from that drunk place. Like, I still want someone to be there with me. So I'm hoping Josh is that dude. You know what I mean? Because she's had she had that letdown moron doctor from a couple episodes ago. So
yeah, I mean, we've seen throughout the season that Jen is someone who wants to be in a relationship, and she's sort of struggling in her love life currently. It just doesn't seem to work out, but at least this guy, it seems like you said, it could be a potentially good match. Like, he likes her for her, like he thinks that she's like pretty awesome just the way she is. And then, later when he sees her turn into Hulk, we can see that look on his face, like, oh, like, I like this side of her too. So it's like best of both worlds, hopefully, and hopefully, it's one of those things where he's not like, there's no twist where he's the person that's like trying to go after her or something, just because they keep hinting at that throughout the season. So it's like, okay, where is it going to come from? But hopefully it's not this guy, because he seemed like a genuine good dude.
You can never tell when you're in the superhero world if someone's genuinely good or not. It's very hard to tell with those people, so we'll have to see what happens with that. But and also the other fucked up thing that really got me was that, oh yeah, you're on laundry duty, right? You're gonna steam these because the guys are all they wrinkled them from playing Mario Karts. Like, they're playing a video game. Yeah, video games are big. They're at ESPN now. It's like, I mean, with that logic, it's like, yeah, I guess that's a fair argument, sort of. Just
And
Jen
then
just,
they're just making her do chores for some reason. You know, like that, yeah, like pressing the shirts and then like cleaning later on
that
in
was so
in the episode.
bad.
It's like, oh my
All
god.
because Lulu was a bridezilla. She drove everybody away. She drove everyone to madness. But oh god, just short end of the stick for her still. But at least there was a silver lining with Josh. So, and then Nikki and Mallory. Nikki's just having the best side stories the last couple episodes. Like, you know, that one with Pug where they go fashion shopping and sneaker, like helped him with the sneakers. This one with Mallory and Mr. Immortal, who, oh my god, just such a not he's just a pansy, dude. He can't have conflicts with people. His, you know, the whole, oh well, I've dated these women, I've married them, but you know, it gets stale, and you know, it's so hard to tell someone I don't want to be with you anymore. Like, and he's like, so you just gotta walk into traffic and just, you know, disappear. Like, what?
Yeah, like Mallory calls him out like, you wait, hold on. You would rather kill yourself than have a conversation with your wife about like your relationship issues? Like his conflict resolution skills are not good. To say the least.
And I love when they saw all his spouses, like the women, and then the one dude, I forgot the guy's name, but he was great. And they just turn around and she's like, oh, you're lucky they stopped at this. They could go at you with criminal charges if they want. Like, you'll spend she's basically saying you can spend your immortal life that he keeps flaunting in them, like, in jail, just because he's faked his death so many times with people. Like, they know that it's him. Just, oh my god, so dumb. Especially when he jumped out the window with them coming at him with it. Like, you can't even handle two lawyers talking to you about this. This is so bad.
Yeah, that dude was so great. The actor David Pasquesi or something like that. But
Pascucci,
he was the made Pascucci something, I don't know, but he was I recognized him from Book of Boba Fett. You know, he was the major domo, like
he was. No wonder he looked familiar.
Like, with the hands and like I guess I think he's the same guy from year one then, right? The one with this like doing all the hand motions and stuff. I think that might be him. I don't know for sure.
I always got that guy mixed up with Adrian Brody back then. Like when year one came out, I was like, is that Adrian Brody just being super
He does
weird?
Look like him, sort of.
That probably was him.
He played it so perfectly.
Oh my god. And then just Nikki coming in to save the day with all the resolutions for them. Like, okay, you're going to get money. Don't worry about that. You're going to get some of his stalkers' properties. That's fine. And then you're going to have a 15-second apology with eye contact. It's just... That's the best you can do? Like, even complained about that? And she's like, okay, it's 20 seconds. Yeah, it's 20 seconds 20 now. Seconds like, oh, God. Just, and then I love when he tried to get away from her, again, Mallory's just like, just, you gotta sit here and take it. He's like, all right, fine.
Yeah. There's a couple of times where you see him, like, try to get up and try to escape, and then you have to, like, nope, you have to see this through, dude. You can't just kill yourself to get out of this.
Oh, it's such a creepy thing, especially when he did kill himself, like jumping out the window with them, that you hear all his bones cracking back in place, like, ugh. Gives me the heebie-jeebies, but at the same time, that is kind of cool that you can just basically live life and you're going to be fine, no problem. But, just hate that it was him. He was such a moron, but...
Yeah, like, so for someone who's immortal, it's like you would think, like, you would develop some skills, you know, and that's a long life to sort of, you know, make your way through it without any issues, but no, this guy's just so inept.
That's the best way to put it. And again, and I know last episode we were talking, like, is Mallory, does she have like a ulterior motive with this stuff? I think this one kind of, it made me feel that again when Nikki and her were like on the computer looking at that intelligentsia part, or intelligentsia as they were calling it awfully, about how one of the wives found Mr. Immortal on that site, like a blog, like for superhero stuff. On there you just see a bunch of death threats and people trying to like go after She-Hulk, and Mallory's like, no, let her live life, don't bring it up. It's like, I'm sorry, why wouldn't you want to bring this out to her? Like, this is something you kind of need to notify someone about. And I like Nikki's like, yeah, you're right. And then in the car, oh my god, you know, there's people trying to kill you on intelligentsia. You know, she didn't want to say anything, but, you know, I told you, so, you know, I'll call you later, love you. Like, how do you flip it from, like, super crazy to just, hey, love you, see ya?
Yeah. I mean, it is one of those things that can go either way. Like, maybe she is looking out for her best interests and not making her worry about these things, like, now that she's in the public eye. But then also, yeah, it could be one of those things where she's trying to downplay this sort of thing. So, again, her ulterior motives can sort of come into play. So, again, this show's, like, sort of, like, hinting at different things or teasing different things that can happen. But, I mean, nothing's happened yet, so we don't know where it will be coming from for sure.
No, but that ending shot of the computer screen, were like, oh, is it ready for next phase? Hulk King or something? I was like, who the fuck is Hulk King? I mean, it could be that weirdo dude from last one, because he definitely sounds like the guy who would call himself that after one successful date or one, not successful, but a date with She-Hulk. I don't know, but I'm glad that we're starting to. I just want to. I hope the show does pay out, in the end, because the last few Marvel shows and stuff have kind of had like lackluster endings, or not, maybe not last few, but a good few of them have had endings where it's like, oh, that's it. Like that's not that great. You guys are hinting at way bigger stuff, and this is it. Specifically like Hawkeye, Winter Soldier with the whole I forgot what the anarchists were called, or whatever the flag stompers and a bunch of other stuff.
Oh
so.
yeah. It's I mean, it's, I guess the safe way to say it would be that the finales for some of the Marvel shows haven't been like the best episodes, of their respective series. Usually they tend to be the episodes before the finale, that are the ones that sort of like, leave us with lasting impressions. But yeah, hopefully this one is able to build on this mystery and sort of pay it off at the end.
Yeah, and I think because the show is kind of getting to a more serious tone and stuff, or like I think it's starting to lead up to the big, like, not finale, but we're starting to see the pieces fall together. They haven't done any post credit scenes, because this is another one that didn't have one. So, either way, I'm still digging it. I really like this episode. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, again, I am a little bummed we didn't get to see Matt Murdock, but it's fine. It's fine. It's all about her. This is her show, not his. So, gotta remember that.
Yeah. It's about Just Jet, like, but yeah, the fight with her and Titania that we do get in the episode was pretty fun and sort of short lived again in a very comedic way, where she slips on the ice cube and just like breaks her veneers, all to the tune of Ched, of course, playing the music to this wedding fight. So it was like, I mean, we didn't get Daredevil, but we did get a comedic fight scene with Titania again, so that was nice to see.
Yeah, and I'm glad Jen actually had good clothes, not like ones where NFL players pleading no contest to a DUI. Because the dress, I love how the girl's like, "Oh my god, your ass looks amazing," and she's like, "Okay, yeah, I do. Like, it's okay. Like, go ahead, keep coming at me."
The drip broker hooked it up.
He really did, man. I'm excited to see her superhero suit after that. I know Nikki was looking for it. She's like, "I'm not gonna wear that." It's like, yes, you will. You're going to wear it. You have to. Anything else before we wrap up, Bern, that we missed or didn't cover?
No, that was just basically the fight between the two, and then of course her sharing the fries with Josh at the end, of hopefully hinting at like a future relationship or something. But yeah, we basically covered it, I think.
Hopefully with the Josh thing, it leads somewhere. But until next time, guys, we got more Rings of Power coming at you this weekend. House of Dragon, Avatar is back in theaters along with Olivia Wilde's Don't Worry Darling. So, at least we got some more new stuff both at home and in cinema. So don't be afraid to check those out. And, we'll definitely try to get some reviews up for Don't Worry Darling as well. Until then, guys, stay bodacious and keep on ranting.
Absolutely, everybody. As always, be good, be safe, and then we'll catch y'all on the next one.